let's make it happen, Captain. Runs like a top.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, I'll need it. Yeah. Lock it up for safety. What's the point of fixing what you got when you just trade around till you get something you like?
I'm starting to think there's like a program you're on where you trade 9 trucks, you get your 10th one free or something.
Yeah. Well, this is my 9th truck, so
maybe we'll get a 10th one for free.
Yeah, this is the 10th one. It's getting brought to me. So.
What's sad is this is the 9th Squarebody. It's not even like the 9th truck.
This is probably not even. This is probably more than 9. This is probably 10 or 11.
So you're trading another truck.
Oh yeah. Can't keep it longer than a week.
Tell them about it a little bit, man.
It's a Chevy Silverado, short bed, fleet side, kind of high option in my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinions, but it's got all the side trim. Most of it's missing. Power window, power lock, tilt, cruise, rally wheels, AC, inside hood release, which I didn't know was an option back then. You know, it went from, I know, like 73 to 80 was like all outside to my knowledge, and then like I didn't know that was an option, and it's an option according to the RPO code. But, so it's got a different grille from the rest of the trucks because it doesn't have the handle in the same spot. Pretty solid old truck. I mean, it's got some rust. It ain't near about as rusty as the blue truck was. The blue truck was very, very rusty, and it was just painted over and looked better. So everybody's like, "Well, you got it." No, it was not a better truck. It was nowhere near the better truck. It was missing so much stuff. This one isn't missing anything except for the cruise control servo.
It's nice.
Yep, I had to figure out the cruise control because that's something I want to work.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh yeah, like that I've only seen like Cadillacs with that on there. It's got the Macho Leer on it from pretty much, I think it left the dealership with it installed on there, about like we do it where I work. You know, you order it and you bought a new truck and you put it on there because it don't look like it's ever been off.
Got an adjustable seat.
I got to put window motors in it. Who'd have thought? Got all the gauges. The only options it doesn't have that I really would have wanted it to have is a clock. And which I can put a clock in there, but tilt wheel, cruise, but the cruise is, somebody broke it off. Headliner, it's in decent shape. It's kind of falling down, but it's not all cut up. Seat's the worst part of the interior of the truck, but I'm not really a pristine truck guy, so I just want a truck that had all the options I wanted. I hunted it down and finally found one. The guy was like, "Well, it doesn't crank by the key. I think it's gonna be a broke wire in the column." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And in the back of my mind, I'm like, it's probably just, switches got pushed down over time and it needs to be readjusted. No, it's not even that glamorous. He had a push button on there, wired to the starter. Took that off after I cranked it a couple times, and I was like, there's got to be something. Yeah, bad neutral safety switch.
Switch, be gone. But we actually need it. That was just for the video.
Yeah, don't throw it down. If it had working taillights, I'd know exactly what it was as soon as I seen a picture of it, because the reverse lights stay on when you turn the key on. The neutral safety switch thinks the truck's in reverse the whole time, so it shines. So that was what he thought was detrimental. He thought it was going to be a big wiring issue. Okay. Jump cut to other location. It had been sitting 07. The brake lines were completely collapsed. Goo. You couldn't shove wire through them or anything. So instead of fooling with that, Squarebodies, they make everything new. I got a new master cylinder because it was leaking out of the back side of it. Not leaking into the booster, thank God, but it was leaking slap out of the back like it was cracked. It's going to need a master cylinder, seeing how the brake fluid is pouring out the back. So, speaking of Squarebody, here comes one. I don't recognize that truck.
Fellow Squarebody.
Well, I don't recognize that one. Attempted to bleed the brakes. We're not getting any fluid anywhere. I need you to get in there and pump your foot. And when I tell you, you're going to ease it all the way to the floor. Easy. So, flash forward to trying to get brake fluid out of the calipers. No, we can't get no fluid out of the caliper. Not too promising.
Ain't working.
Ain't coming loose. We're gonna have to get a torch. Pick it up some. I tried to break a line loose from the proportion valve to see if we're getting fluid to the proportion valve. Well, someone's already been there and they done stripped all the flare nuts because people like to gorilla those without flaring. Go on eBay, order a new proportion valve, order new lines, order new rubber hoses, wait for that to get in, cut all that crap off, save the one line going to the rear. That's the only one we really need to save. Cut all the rest of them off, replaced all of them, bled the brake.
Bleeding the brakes won't be a problem. We can reach them very, very easily. Check it out. We could just go right through here.
Now we got front brakes, but it was, I don't know, what would you say, JC, 4,000 degrees that day? Got front brakes, and that was about it. I still need to change the soft line on the back, bleed the brakes back there. Probably buy a new wheel cylinder because someone already half twisted the bleeder screw off on the back of it, thanks previous owner. So that needs to be dealt with. Other than that, stop's pretty good. Power brakes still work. Shift's good. 3-speed, turbo 350. Brakes are bled. But we're about to go make sure it shifts and doesn't pull horrendously off the road. We'll report back when we know or don't know anything. Windows don't let down, so I'm gonna be hot. First. Speedometer does not work. Feel like we have a brake dragging. Shit's good. First to second. There's third. Floats like a Cadillac, stings like a beaver. Smoking a little bit. Maybe that's brake. Like transmission fluid. So maybe a 700 R4 in the future. Maybe a 200 R4. It's not no speed demon. I just needed to lug into overdrive. Then the valve covers, I'll pop the hood real quick. The valve covers leaked like a sieve. It is smoking. Burning all the oil off of the manifold. So we need valve cover gasket. But it's also probably trying to burn off all the crap that got laid on it when it was sitting all them years. Needs belts. Belt has come apart. Other than that, it ran fairly decent. It shifts to third. We're not really puking anything. That's good. I don't see anything on the ground. So next on the agenda, valve cover gasket, belts, get the rear hose on the rear brakes so we can get the rear brakes working, and get the windows to let down. But it does run, does shift, and does stop. Doesn't do any of it very good right now, but it does. And see, we got this special decal hood release. That may or may not be like the factory, I can't remember. But anyway, of course had to buy a battery for it. That was a given. The guy had a battery in there, but he darn sure wasn't going to give it to me. So I had a set of Holley, finned aluminum Holley valve covers that I had on my Squarebody that's in the shed that's getting LS swapped. So put them on there with the extra thick rubber and cork mixed gaskets and some studs. That's about all I've done to it other than drive it, put the gas tank in it. That was a pain in the butt because a guy had added non-factory dual tanks. It was wired up pretty good, but they had a lot of nuts and bolts holding stuff together. Cut a lot of that crap out. I still got to fix the gauge. It's probably got a bad ground somewhere because, as the Squarebody people know, if you have a dead battery, your gauge will go horizontal. Or if you have a bad ground or something like that, mostly as a dead battery, you can put a good charged battery in there and you'll see it just come back to life. But that's just about it for what I've done to it so far. Power window regulators and motors, because it's ridiculously high for these older motors. They're $100 a piece just for the motor, not the regulator. Swapped out, that way the windows will roll up and down. That way I don't sweat to death. Because going to put a gas tank in this thing, I drove it in June in South Alabama with the windows up. It was not fun. So get the windows to working. That way I can actually drive the truck around a little bit. Get everything shook out, get everything figured out that I need to do. We'll wash the motor off a little bit, get all the crap off of it, all the junk up under the hood, get it all pressure washed, maybe wash the truck a little bit.
So, if you want to see them traded again, say so. If you want to see them do something cool with it, let us know down below.
I'm trading the truck.
So he says. I'm gonna find you something cool on Facebook Marketplace. You'll have to trade for.
I found a lot of cool stuff on Facebook Marketplace since then, but this one never comes to my mind. The last 4 trades that I've done that if somebody brought it to me have been the best trades I've ever done.
Those are always the best trades.
Yeah.